This Sunday. Every Sunday. Side by side at the microphone, from the green light to the speed trap, Chris Switzer and Ray Garino calls them as they sees them, and you better believe them. Here! Relevant news, biased opinions, and outright bullshit regarding every aspect of automotive culture. Gasp at mechanical trickery never before revealed over FCC-regulated airwaves. Thrill to the explosive tension as Chris and Ray cuss each other down the track and barrel roll across the finish line, laughing at certain disaster as they shake hands for the devil. All that and much more this Sunday at high noon on the Motormouth Radio Hour. Call in and speak live with the Wizards of Speed and live feed, Chris Switzer and Ray Garino. Bring the whole family. Kids under 12 get in free. Every Sunday at noon on WHPC. Take the Long Island Expressway to the Meadowbrook Parkway and look for the sign saying no parking on the expressway and no express service on the parkway. Go right on Highway 24 to Garden City. $2 all-day parking includes Pit Pass. Sunday!
Well, I'm not bragging, babe, so don't put me down. But I've got the fastest set of wheels in town.
Yeah, we got the fastest microphones in town, too. Just test us and try us and see, and we'll show you how it goes.
Using those microphones to go viral since, like, what, 2007, I think it was?
These microphones, oh, well, no, well, actually, no, since 2004. You
Right.
2002.
Two.
So, if you haven't figured it out yet, you've tuned into Motormouth Radio, Long Island's only automotive talk show here on the island of Long, with your hosts, Ray Guarino and Chris Switzer. And we're back again.
We're back. We're back and we're bad.
Yeah, we warned you it was going to happen, and it did.
No. Definitely. Strap on those boots because you don't know what you're going to be stepping into for the next hour. That's for sure.
I'll give you the quick synopsis.
Oh, yes. When we last left Ray, he was taking a big can out of his car and putting a big can in.
Yeah.
And using his can to do all the work.
I kind of meant the synopsis for the show, actually, but we'll do that next. Yeah, I want to cover what I want to follow up. Dot the I's and cross the T's on last week's show topics, and then we're going to get a call in the second half of the show from a good friend who just did a really interesting road trip that we want to hear about, and then in the third half of the show we'll talk about new business. So.
And the fourth half of the show, we'll talk about how to have a successful car show.
Maybe some questions will get answered. But you can call us at 516-572-7440. Follow us on social media, Motormouth Radio on Facebook. It's real_Motormouth Radio on Instagram. Of course, we're on YouTube, where this show will be later. Motormouth Video and Motormouth Radio, two channels that were kind of neck and neck this week. And on Spreaker. You can go to Spreaker, look up WHPC, and there'll be a tab. You find Motormouth Radio, and we're on there. And we're also it's on iHeart, TuneIn, Odyssey, all those apps you can find us. So
and I'm wearing a worn out pair of Spreakers right now.
I can show you mine.
Ooh, hey, let's look at that.
You think
it's got air conditioning.
Car show hosts need to make more money? Doing this gig we do.
Hey, if you want to take a look at that smell, just check us out on YouTube.
Right. So last week I talked about doing a catalytic converter job in our family's cruise.
I know. I'm just so taken aback by such an undertaking. That's quite a can you got there, son. Does that thing talk?
This is.
What did I say that last week?
This is the original GM cat.
Wow, that looks like an ancient telephone.
Yeah, doesn't it?
It looks like something Alexander Graham Bell would have used. Watson, come in here.
Let's take people up on this. Let's go to the phones and say, hi, caller, you're on with the Motormouths.
Oh, I'm sorry. I called the wrong number.
You want to talk about a car problem, though? You dialed a car show.
Oh, well, thank you. No. I'm sorry. I had the wrong number.
All right. Well, good talking to you anyway.
You too.
Thanks. Bye. I thought it was one of our regulars.
I think it was.
It's
like, oh, damn, I called the show. Let me just not admit it.
Right. All right. So this is the original cat out of the cruise. I bought an aftermarket cat, and I'll let the cat out of the bag now. I bought one. I wanted one that was 50 state compliant because a
Yeah.
lot of cats say not for sale in California, New York, or Colorado.
Right.
So I bought
And
one.
don't put it near any pregnant women or
Yeah.
children under the age of 6.
So I found one that was compliant, and it cost about $130, which was a little sketchy. But I said, let me try it. I put one of those in the other Mazda, and it worked.
Right.
On Monday, I fought for 4 hours to install the cat.
I'm looking at your Instagram page now, and I see a bunch of broken nuts.
Well, yeah, at the bottom where there's 3 studs here that attach to the bottom of the exhaust system. One of these just snapped right off. I said, no problem. I can deal with that.
Of course,
The other 2 nuts did come off. So at the
with
end
a
of the
fight.
4 hours, I actually called our good friend Mike from Celebrity Chase Collision.
Right.
You'll see this here, the spot at the bottom of the hour. And I said to him, he says, I want to try. I said, I need some help. He goes, what can I do for you? What can I do for you? What can I do? I said,
Yes.
come over here with a flatbed and take this thing to an exhaust shop.
Oh,
Get it out of here. I said, I can't get this cat in. And literally, it's the 3 bolts here with the easy part. This flange just mounts up to the exhaust manifold.
right.
And there's a band clamp that goes around it.
Yes, what I heard in band clamp one day. Yes.
So I tried the original one. I couldn't get it to fit. They gave me one with the replacement cat, which was even a little wider, but it's a very tight. There's a water pipe that you have to get past, and I had no success with either one. And I was thinking, you know what? I think maybe if I had another set of hands to stabilize the cat, because I actually have my floor jack on the cat,
right.
holding it up. I said maybe another set of hands up on top to put the clamp on, and I'll hold it under the bottom. So Mike was going to come over the next day to help me if I said, this got to go till tomorrow, right?
Okay.
Then I said, but maybe I have to investigate another cat. So he ran prices from his shop, places he could get it. I checked out my places. I ended up going to the local auto parts store. I went to Coles and Auto, where I always get my stuff. And I paid $760 for a replacement catalytic.
Oh man!
Well, the GM
Why?
replacement,
What was wrong with the $160 one?
I couldn't get it to fit, and
It just wouldn't fit.
and I
Oh,
said,
okay.
now is it me or is it the part? And so Mike was kind of talking me off the ledge. He goes, listen, if you can't get it in, he says, I think it's the part. I said, yeah, but you know what?
I would say yes to that too.
I could go either way with that. I don't know.
Because you're not losing your touch, not
Well,
yet.
But you don't know
But
that.
the day's not over.
They don't tell you when that happens. It just happens.
Usually it involves an exhaust system.
So what I did was I took the replacement cat out and put it on the bench with this stock one, and I measured this flange right here.
Okay, the intake, I guess you can call it the intake flange,
Well,
where you would put your ear to it and talk.
that's where it mounts with so that flange and its companion flange on the exhaust manifold meet each other, and the band clamp surrounds the two and tightens them. And the clamp, I couldn't get it. The open end of the clamp should have been at about a ½ inch, and it was almost 3/4 of an inch. I actually got a longer bolt. I was going to try and kind of squeeze it.
Right.
Well, when I measured that flange with a veneer caliper, the replacement cat was like 18, 20 thousandths thicker than the original. And I said, you know what?
Oh, come on.
That's all it takes. That's all it takes.
Oh.
I bet you that that cat is never going to go in because of that. So I spent $760 for an American cat. The GM part was $1,100. I didn't want to do that.
No, well, 700's
I didn't want to do 8 either.
bite
But
too.
you know what? I came home, and now you saw the picture. I had the car. The car was on 2 wheels.
Oh yeah, that you built sculpture. It's so funny. I've always said that about you. You can take a vehicle and stand it on its head.
Yeah.
And work on it. I wouldn't be surprised if I showed up in your driveway and the car would be upside down and you're working on it with all the jacks around it. Not a scratch on the paint, I assure you.
Right.
All the jacks around it and everything.
One jack stand is all I needed. I just had to get under the car. So I come home, I take the new cat out, I get the parts, I go up to the car. I had to put it in from the bottom. So I snake it up from the bottom, and I come back to the top. and I lay it up against the exhaust manifold, and the clamp goes pink, half inch, put the bolt in, 5 minutes. 5
Oh,
minutes. That thing was on the engine. Then I had to do the bolts on the bottom and I had a bracket that gave me some trouble. It took a little longer, but that was not an issue. That's the stuff people leave out. You know, I pride myself like you do on getting those tough bolts or nuts back in.
yes.
And I did.
Oh, to me, it's an art form now. Clean the threads, I'll take I use like an old nut. I'll cut the nut, whatever fits on the bolt. I'll cut a ridge in the nut. So now it's like shaped like the letter C. I'll cut a ridge in it, and then I'll screw it on. So at least the debris can get removed from the threads, because I want to send that bolt in almost like finger tight. That's like the goal.
Sure.
That's the goal. I get such a charge out of that. It's like, oh, look, it's going in. That's nice. And then you zip, tighten it down. If I would much rather spend the time on the fastener on the bench with good light than to be under the car dripping stuff. Yeah. And so let's get everything all cleaned and set up before you send it home. So yeah.
So let me tell you.
So the car never made it to the exhaust shop?
No, I fixed it because the
exhaust
shop closed up. So now I went into, start the car. I took it for a 22-mile test drive down by the beach, trying to, we want to season the cat. There's a drive cycle, which is ridiculous. Joe sent me a copy of it. I've had Joe D on every step of the way, helping me with this on the diagnostic end. So I want the check engine light to go out by itself.
Okay.
Because that means the system has checked and done its system of checks over a certain amount of key cycles, and it says you get a clean bill of health.
Well, yeah, because you can't turn the light off and then bring it to the you can't turn it off and then bring it to the inspection station. They won't pass you.
Monitors aren't set.
Right. You have to set all those monitors through that drive cycle.
This car needs 5 out of 8 set.
Oh, wow.
And I actually had 7. So I probably could have, but still, I waited. It took 2 days. And the light now is out. It put itself out. But I asked Joe, I went back the day after I put the cat in, I went back, put my scanner on, and the one I was using was, where'd it go? Oh, I talked about this last week. I didn't show it to you. This was this is the Blue Driver.
Oh, that is the diagnostic tool that you plug into the ALDL. Yeah.
And this thing
better watch this on YouTube, gang. This is a pretty good one. But yeah, you plug that in
your phone,
and then you have your phone to
becomes the scanner
interface.
So what I went right into mode 6, and they left the light on. So I went right
I was hoping they left the light on for
cat efficiency, and I wanted to see what the cat efficiency was. So this is interesting.
It better be over 90%.
Well, it doesn't give it to you in percentage. That's the thing. It gives you in some decimal form, right? Okay. So the range, here's the range of acceptance, 0.499898 to 3.999796. So it's like 0.5 to 4, okay?
I think I've fallen asleep.
I put it in, I look, and my cat efficiency was 0.296462. I said, wow, that's still under the minimum.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, no, that's what I had with the bad cat. Now I had 0.39833. Still
low.
A tenth, less than a tenth under the minimum.
You've got to be kidding me.
This was the following day, the check engine light was still on.
Oh, all right.
So I called Joe and I said, hey, Joe, let me ask you a question about cat efficiency.
This car's on thin ice right now in my world.
So I said to him, let me ask you this. I said, I looked at the cat efficiency with the bad cat. Now I looked at it with the good cat after a day and 20-something miles of driving, and the number did come up. I said, will that number rise as you drive, as the cat seasons? And Joe wasn't 100% sure. So what I did is I started monitoring it. And I went back in yesterday. We had the car out and took it to the airport and back, and I come back and I look at it again, and now the cat efficiency was at 0.637759. So now it's above the minimum.
Okay, well, that's a small relief.
And the light is out, right? it's a rise of 0.3412. So now what I'm going to do is, okay, the light's out, cat efficiency is up above the minimum. Now what I'm going to do is regularly just put the blue dot. I'm just going to check in mode 6 and see if that number continues to go up and maybe where it'll plateau, because I'm just curious. This is something that you never hear about. So
No, it's fascinating to me because you're right. In a remove and replace world, you're actually diagnosing and regulating a situation that really does need. This is what you need to do to solve this problem. And I think about 99.9% of the individuals that face this problem would probably write a for sale sign, stick it in the window, or send it to the crusher, and that's the end of that. So you went above and beyond here, young man.
You have to. You got a radio show, you have to. So Joe sent me a good article about catalytic converter break-in periods, which I'll give you the quick synopsis because I found it interesting. A replacement cat needs a proper break-in period.
Okay.
Because if it's not, the substrate inside doesn't really bond with the core correctly. And in a nutshell, I'm really cutting this down to like 2 sentences here.
Because I don't want to fall asleep again.
No, I know. The converter matting inside, the matting is made from a mineral called vermiculite. Vermiculite. Yep.
I had some with milk and a little granola. It was very good.
Well, that's held together by a fiber mat and a binder. And the matting is wrapped around the converter's ceramic brick, the core. So if you don't season it right,
I've called you that at times.
I know. So it is important, and that's what the drive cycle helps to accomplish.
Okay. So basically what the converter has to do in a new condition is almost become, it needs that heat to become chemically reacted in order to be efficient. That's the way I'm reading this.
That's one way of looking at it. Yes. It's like
Wow.
bricks in a kiln. They get seasoned, and then they can make a better pizza or a better loaf of bread, whatever. So, all right, let me jump ahead because we're going to have a call at the bottom of after the bottom of the hour. We're going to be talking about other stuff. So, concurrent to that, I was working on a Pontiac again with my cooling fan installation.
Oh, that.
Okay, so I sent back the bad parts, sent back the PWM controller, and they're crediting me or whatever.
Right, because you went through all of this rigmarole to get those fans installed, and then they very conveniently didn't work.
Correct. So now what I needed was, after talking to the fan people, their a temperature controller. It's a temperature sender.
Right.
It's
something that mounts in the block somewhere, I'm assuming. It looks like like a
with a pigtail.
Like a coolant temp sensor.
That's what it is. What do you think something like this costs?
Your standard coolant temp sensor can range from anywhere from what, $40 to $70 a piece?
This is not your standard coolant temp sensor.
Of course it isn't.
That's what I said. No, this has 4 wires, not 2. This is $239. And the harness to mate it is another $50.
That's over $60 a wire.
I'm back to 300 something bucks. Like the controller that I bought. But the reason this is so much money, and I questioned the owner of the company to that question at Wizard Cooling. These guys are great. They're upstate New York. He said that sensor is a smart sensor. So I had to buy a sensor rated at 195 degrees.
Okay.
I don't want the car at 195. But
you want it cooler.
Well, the reason I had to do that is they said, find the sensor that's rated 20 degrees hotter than what you want the fan to come on at. I'm like, okay. So the 195 degree sensor will turn the fan on at 175.
Ah.
Perfect.
Okay.
So that sensor it'll know when the car is at 175 to send, and it'll send a soft signal. So the fan will go like 40 to 60%. So it's not a hard spike on the electrical, kind of what that PWM controller was going to do.
Okay.
Do that with a brushed fan, not a brushless fan. This will send the brushless fan a soft signal. The controller in the fan will take that and say, okay, I'll give you like a 40% slow. Then as the coolant temp continues to go up, if it hits 195, now if the cooling is enough where it doesn't reach 195, the fan will stay somewhere at 40 or 60% or whatever, it varies. If it does hit 195, rated by that sensor, because it can sense that temperature too, specifically,
Wow.
It will then bring the fans up to 100% as needed to make sure you get maximum cooling. And then as the car cools down, it'll bring it down. So it's smart technology in the switch.
That's amazing.
Problem I have is, where do I put it? I have a temperature sensor in my intake that feeds my mechanical pressure, my mechanical temp gauge.
Yeah, that was my next question.
I don't want to lose that because I like my mechanical gauge. The other sensor in my engine, which I had to have have Al weld in a bung to put the temp sensor in for the Holly Sniper, because that reads temperature to adjust the fuel injection issue. So I only had 2 bungs. I needed another bung hole, Chris. What was I going to do?
Wow, that's pretty talented. Working with 3 bung holes is pretty impressive.
And I only had 2.
Which alone makes you popular.
Well, in certain crowds, I guess it would. So what I did is I looked online. I'm thinking, boy, if there was some kind of like a log, I could put the 2. I was going to lose the mechanical gauge, and just because I had to.
Oh,
I said, I don't want to do that. So I'm thinking a log, but a log is going to look crazy. Well,
yeah.
I did a search for temp sensor mountings, and I found
some sort of adapter.
I found this. Do you see what this is?
Oh, wow. It looks like, you know what that looks like? An electrical, one of those electrical adapters that you would plug into.
Okay,
like
but you buy this rated by the diameter of this end, because you can see through this.
Yes.
You cut the radiator hose, and you put this into the hose, and the temp sensor threads into the top.
No way.
Yes way. Now, the only problem I have is this is like 1/8-inch pipe. That sensor is a 3/8 18 thread. I either have to find an adapter to neck it down, or I'm going to drill this out and tap it. But I found out after looking in my supply, I don't have a 3/8 18 tap. I'm going to have to purchase one.
Got it.
And that's how I'll mate the temperature sensor in the.
I would probably do that. I would probably attempt to tap it out.
Oh yeah.
What a great idea! Yeah.
So this place, and actually, when this place came up online, it's called Glow Shift.
Okay.
They actually provide you with like cool little decals, glow.
Nice.
They make a line of gauges, digital gauges, all different colors. A lot of stuff for the tuner crowd.
I could definitely see that as a tuner thing. Yeah.
But, obviously used in other applications. So Glow Shift. And I said, I know that name. That's who I bought the bungs from when I had to buy when I had to put the temp sensor in the block. I bought it from them. I said, I knew the name was familiar. I'd used them before. So now that came in, I just have to get that hole drilled and tapped, and then I can finish up that installation. That'll be done.
Dear God, man, you have been incredibly busy.
Well, no busier than usual. And in the meantime, I was, when it rains, it pours. I got a call. I knew for a little while now that the rental garage, the rental property that I had was the woman had passed away, so the house was getting sold.
Right. So
I
you need
to vacate.
Right.
So, and I went over there a couple times to take parts out, but there was always somebody there. The daughter was there with the truck. The driver was filled. So we get a call Friday, and she tells us the call was, guess what? Because I went like, when are you going to close on this house? She says, I'll let you know when the closing. I'll let you know as far in advance as I can. So Friday's calls tell me, we're closing on the house Monday.
I hope you knew that was going to happen.
And I got to go pick my daughter and son-in-law from the airport. We have to go out. We're going to dinners. We're doing things. It's family stuff all weekend. I'm like, I got this dopey radio show I got to go to on Sunday. I'm like, oh, great.
And I'm sure you have debris up the wazoo in that garage.
Well,
some sort of car part paraphernalia.
Oh, yeah. Well, luckily, I made the first trip and I loaded the FJ. And the FJ isn't particularly huge inside. It's kind of like a small Bronco, I guess. But I had taken had 4 wheels from the Impala, 4 wheels and tires. I had a pair of GTO bucket seats. I had a bucket seat from the FJ that I changed. Actually, I was throwing stuff in the Mazda because that was in the garage. So I throwing stuff in that car. And I had to go back Friday. And literally, I found another Impala wheel. I'm like, I forgot. I bought a 5th one. I bought somebody's original wheel many years ago because they went to aftermarket wheels. And I bought one of their originals to have as a spare in the car so I could have one that matched. Like, I forgot about that. I had the original wheels for my Pontiac were in there. The Fiat wheels were in there. The Riviera console. That's how I got the Riviera rims were in there.
Nice rims too.
I really didn't put too much in that garage. That sounds like a lot, but I really kind of kept. And I had 4 ham sections, the rear end center sections from 55 to 57 Chevys. I thought I had 2. I had 4 of them in there.
Oh boy.
They
No, that is a lot, Ray. Hate to tell you, that's a lot.
I have it all back at my house now, and stuff's for sale. So I want to get rid of these ham units. So I can't get rid of them. They're going to the dump. I'm gonna junk them. One of them is a Ozzy. So Vic, if you're listening, if you know anybody who needs a center section, now I ran the numbers quick. 3 of them are open rears with 308 gears, nothing special.
Right.
It'll get you down the road. But one of them is a Posi with 355 gears. Desirable. The only problem with that one is around the center, around the edge, the flange that bolts to the banjo housing. One of the holes, the cast metal was cracked off, so that hole. But you know what? I'll give somebody a second one for free if they want to buy the.
Right, for the casting.
I'll give you the other one for free, so you could have the center section.
Mix and match.
Or they're going to the dump. I can't keep them. They gotta go. Goodbye.
Listen to you, holy smokes! How the values have changed.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what happens. Listen, that's what happens, and it's not even crunch time yet. But I'm psyching myself up for crunch time. So I figure if I can psych myself up now, it'll just get easier as I go.
Oh no, I totally understand. I mean, I'm still getting rid of Triumph TR6 stuff. That's slowly getting eviscerated from the basement. But I have to tell you, my crunch time is 20 years from now, and I'm starting now. I started 10 years ago to get rid of stuff because I just want, when I have to move once more, I want to just fill an overnight bag and go, I'm out of here.
And you already moved twice.
Yeah. And I always say a lot of my stuff is not mine. It's my parents.
Right. I have stuff that was my brother's that left over at my mom's house that I inherited and took
Yeah.
home. Yeah. And I have stuff like that and stuff of mine that was really old. And now though, you look at some of this stuff, like I actually have a Craftsman toolbox. It's one of those silver Craftsman tote boxes filled with nothing but windshield wiper arms and blades.
Oh my gosh.
Steel ones.
Oh my gosh.
I collected them since the 70s, and I have a toolbox full of them. They're worth something to somebody.
They are. They totally are.
I even have a pair of the Riviera that had that second. It was like a Garage Z1, the Garage 0100C turntable. It had the arm, but it had that second arm that went off the side, a little rod with a little linkage to kind of stabilize it. I got a pair of those.
Yeah, my 72 Caddy had that.
So all you do it, guys.
Yeah.
I can convert a 71 to 73 Riviera with a bench seat and a column shift. I can convert it to bucket seats with a floor shift because I have the bucket seats. I have the console and the shifter, that horseshoe shifter, and I have the full column with the correct wheel. There's a key in the ignition.
Wow.
Okay, I can convert a car to bucket seats. And I have the rear window for that car, which God knows what will ever happen to that, and the 1-year only gas tank. So I know it's going to happen.
What?
Even if I sell it to somebody or give it to somebody, I know it's going to happen. I'm going to move. And the guy next door or on my property is going to be a barn and there's going to be a 71 Riviera in there with a bench seat in the color that I already have.
Yeah.
Or the guy next door is going to have some cars. I'm going to go over to meet him. He's like, hey man, you want these cars? I'll give them away. And there's going to be like a 71 Riv. I'm like, I I had everything to convert it.
No, you know what's going to happen? No, you're going to get rid of all that stuff. And then when you move, someone is going to give the exact same stuff to you.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a bench seat and a console here. You want it?
Yeah. Oh, good. I just got a picture from Pirate Paul. He's got the tap I need. Excellent, Paul. Good. I will be hitting you up for sure.
Actually, so this show has turned into swap and shop at this point.
No, now what I'll do is I'll just bring this piece over to his house. We'll drill it out on his drill press instead of mine. And I'll just tap it there, and I don't even have to. The tap will never leave the garage.
Many years ago, I was at Englishtown selling parts before eBay, and I sold a whole box of emblems. Guy asked me, he says, what do you take for the whole box?" And I don't remember the number, but it was a gracious number because I remember being very, very thankful over the fact that I got it. And he took the box with him, and I was out just scouting around for parts at the end of the Sunday, and some guy had a box of emblems.
Right.
And I said, "What do you take for the whole box?" He said like $10 or something. I had made a good considerable amount of money on this deal, and I ended up with a box of emblems. And I remember getting home the next day and looking through them like, "Wow, I never had this before. I never had that before."
I got
So
a bunch
yeah.
too. When I go down to Celebrity Chase in Limerick, they have a wall, a big piece of cardboard with all emblems stuck on it. And I asked them like, "What's that for?" And they said, "Yeah, that was they just like extras and whatever, and they just kind of put them all in one place." So you know what? We're at the bottom of the hour.
Already?
Yeah, already. Yeah, that's how fast it goes. So let me let everybody
Man,
know.
all that complaining and griping, boy,
I
time
want to get it
flies.
out because we're going to get a call and we're going to hear a story. So we want to pay attention to our guests.
Got it.
Our weather update, of course, WHPC weather forecast. As I look out the WHPC weather window, I
What do you
see
see?
that it's beautiful. It's sunny. It's a topless day. I'm driving the Fiat because now it doesn't have a garage to sit in anymore. So I have to use it.
You got to use it.
So I told my wife, "Hey, guess what? This week we don't have to make a garage rent payment. I'm buying a winter cover for the car." I got no choice. But your WHBC weather forecast is powered by Does Bagels with locations in Garden City and Garden City Park, Freeport, and now open in East Meadow. And of course, it is possibly particularly beautiful today. There was a rain shower very early, but that's done. It's sunny. It's going to be, they said maybe hit the high 70s, low 80s today. Tonight, clear skies, low of 63. Tomorrow, sun and clouds, 78, and more sun throughout the week. So it'll be nice. And I must tell everybody, you included Chris, about the new WHPC app.
Tell me, Ray.
It's not something you can eat, although we're hungry. It's not that kind of app.
It's not an apple?
No. You download or update it now to get closer to your favorite radio station. That's WHPC, of course.
I got it strapped to my leg right now.
And now what's new is you can record a shout out that we can play back on air. Or you can, set the alarm clock to wake you up to our station, or you can see a list of songs that we've played. You can also enter to win a $100 gift card to Uncle Bacala's Italian Seafood and More, located in Garden City Park, one of my favorite Italian joints.
Yes, you are a regular.
Plus, you can enjoy WHBC in your car with our new CarPlay feature, Apple and Android.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it is available for Apple and Android. Download or update the WHPC app now, and thank you for listening. So with that in mind, do we have a honor group of the hour?
Yes, we do. And also, if we have time, I want to talk about how civilians, people that are not car people, like to conduct business. But we'll get to that if we have a moment. But first, the Motormouth Radio Honor Group of the Hour. And this week, if you have experienced a new noise in your vehicle recently, were you happily driving along when, all of a sudden, an annoying squeak was noticed coming from the dashboard? You pound or press on every part within reach while driving just to determine that you don't know what the hell it is. Was there a distinctive clunk coming from a certain wheel every time you hit a bump? So much that you try and hit the same types of bumps just to see if it can happen again. You're pretty good at diagnosing other vehicles on the road just by odd sounds they make, but when it comes to the sounds coming from your car, you're stumped. So if you've heard a new noise apart from all the other familiar noises coming from your vehicle, then this week you are part of the Motormouth Radio Honor Group of the Hour. There you go.
And we all fall into that one. Boy, do we ever. So with that, we'll take our break, and we'll be back with more Motormouth Radio with Ray Guarino and Chris Switzer, and our guest phone caller who will tell us about a really cool road trip he took.
Surprises galore.
So keep it where you got it. Keep it where you got it on WHBC 90.3.
It's a call-studded program. We do have another caller on the line. Caller, identify yourself.
Anthony, I called those guys with the cars one time.
Oh, nice. The Motormouth guys.
Oh, yeah, those good old boys.
There you are. Anthony, where are you calling from?
I'm in Freeport. Yeah, this morning I miss it. My boss was, every time I turn it on, he turns it off. I say, whoa, 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 whoa. Yo, be better, but may I give him a karate chop?
That's right.
Give him a karate chop.
All right, Anthony.
Give him an F5.
I love it.
Later, dudes.
It's a pleasure, bro. Take it easy. That was
That was amazing.
my favorite caller
Of all time.
Maybe all time. I have heard him with the Motor Mouth guys. That's why I recognized him a little.
This show on 90.3 WHPC is brought to you by CarStar Celebrity Chase Collision, with 2 locations in Limerick and Oceanside, who remind you that New York state law says you always have the right to choose which shop will fix your car. CarStar Celebrity Chase Collision offers a full range of services, 24-hour towing between Montauk and Manhattan, shuttle service, and they can help you with a rental car arrangement if needed. All repairs include the CarStar Lifetime Nationwide Warranty, ensuring that the experts at Celebrity Chase Collision are always on your side.
Y sí, hablamos español.
More information is available at 516-593-0920 or online at celebritychasecollision.com.
Okay, Mark Warman here from Graveyard Cars, hanging out with my buddies at, what's the name of it again?
Motormouth Radio.
Hey, Mark Warman here from Graveyard Cars, hanging out with my friends at Motormouth Radio. Sunday morning, I don't know what this fat bald guy's laughing about. You'll forget stuff soon enough too, my friend. Be sure to listen. When are you guys on? 10 a.m.?
Sundays at noon.
Noon on Sundays.
Excellent. This was
No, that's you got the promo. For, the best one was the first one. That's why I was because you said what was the name of this again? That's the promo.
What better presentation could you do than that?
Hey, you, get over here. Every Sunday, 12 to 1, you are going to tune in to hear the Motor Mouths, my friends Ray Guarino and Chris Switzer. 90.3 FM, WHPC. You might learn something.
I had no idea where this song was going to go, but I don't think I'm going to use this one anymore. I don't like it.
I don't know what that was.
It's actually, the name of this song is called Starting to Give. Well, I'm going to give a damn, and I'm going to kill that, and we're going to go to the phones and to the fun, and we're going to say, hi, caller, you're on with the Motor Mouths.
Hey, Ray. Hey, Chris. It's Al Handy. Long time no talk to.
Jeep and Al. What's happening, Al?
Yeah.
What's up, Al?
Well, hey, a lot of water's passed under the bridge over the last 6 months. 1, we moved down to South Carolina.
Oh.
2, we retired. And 3, we're continuing our bucket list items.
Nice. Tell us
Congratulations on all 3.
Thank you. I'm going to shout out to Two-Lane America. That is the tour company that we took for the Route 66 tour from Chicago to California.
Yeah, that's cool.
We drove Route 66, started in Chicago, and we proceeded southwest all through each of the states that Route 66 passes through. It was a fantastic trip.
So you saw things like the world's. You saw things like the world's biggest duck. You saw
yes, right, and the big gigantic statues, and
you slept in a teepee.
Al posted pictures.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'll have to send some more pictures up on Facebook. But it was a great trip. We had about 15 cars. One was a late 60s Ford Fairlane with a Coyote motor conversion.
Oh, wow, how'd they fit that in there?
Yeah, it was pretty. They fit it really nice. Wow. Really nice. It did well. He had a problem, though. His cam phaser went, so he had to leave the group. And then we had, I think it was 6 Corvettes with us. Mm-hmm. And then my 300. And then a couple of SUVs and Jeeps. So, Jeep SUVs. It was a really nice trip.
Nice.
Yeah, every morning we had a driver's check-in. Mm-hmm. And then along the group, we, went to all the strange Route 66 places you could think about.
It's good that there's some still left. I know it's a shadow of what it used to be, but,
Yeah, very much so. But a lot of people, I should have looked this up before I called. There's a group of people that are saving Route 66 and doing all the old like motels and gas stations.
Right.
They're renovating them, and they're making like tourist attractions there.
You know, Al, I think I saw like a travelogue video on YouTube a while ago, and they showed it's great that people are doing that. I'm all for it, but they showed how much of it has just been lost to time and gone, and it's a shame because the majority of it is gone. But
we had one of the points that we stopped at was the original brick road of Route 66, and it was only about a mile long.
Okay.
The rest of it was gone.
Yeah.
There was 4-lane sections, or divided highway sections of Route 66.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
The one side of it is completely overgrown with trees and grass, and then Route 40 took a lot of Route 66 out also.
Yeah.
So we were on 40 quite a bit, but like I said, we hit a majority of Route 66, and it was just fantastic.
So how many miles in total was the trip?
Well, we did 5,500 from South Carolina to Chicago, Chicago out to the Arizona border. We didn't cross into California because we wanted to visit Vegas, which we did.
Uh-huh.
And then from Vegas, we went down to Roswell.
Yeah, you're better off staying out of California anyway, truthfully. I think,
anyway, right.
Yeah.
That's what I said to the tour guide, and he kind of gave me a dirty look.
Yeah.
But, no, it was a fantastic tour.
Now, remember, you made a comment that Roswell wasn't what it was cracked up to be. Was that you?
Yeah, I was surprised that it's a quaint little town or city.
Yeah.
It took us about maybe 2 hours to walk through the area. I mean, you could spend a lot more time if you read every word in the museum about all the crashes and the pilots seeing UFOs and the space capsules and stuff like that. But, it took us about 2 hours to walk through the town. It's just great. There's little aliens everywhere you go.
Yeah, we have them up here, too.
Statues.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
There's
a lot of green people
here today, yeah.
And then it's just crazy. Like the Dunkin' Donuts sign is about maybe 30 foot tall, and it's an alien holding up the Dunkin' Donuts sign.
Yeah, I know they have alien everything, right? That's cool.
Yeah. So it was pretty good.
Right. Nice.
And then from there, we hopped on 20 and came across, stopped at various cities. But the thing that surprised me there is a vintage motorsports museum and racetrack.
Oh, Barber, like Skip Barber.
Yes. Right. Oh my goodness gracious! If you get a chance to go to this place, it's 5 floors.
Wow.
Most of it's motorcycles. The basement floor is where they do all the restoring of the vintage race cars.
Right.
It was just an amazing place to visit.
Sweet.
So, yeah, we had like and then next April, the same tour group will be doing a motorhead tour from Indianapolis to Detroit. Stopping at all the car museums and
wow.
Yeah, so that should be pretty neat. So I signed up for that already.
All right, good.
There you go.
Hey, that's what retirement is about. Keeping busy.
Yes.
Keeping busy with the stuff you want to do. I know it's
right. Yeah.
Don't be like me. It's like then again,
Yeah, don't be like me either.
It was funny because when Al had said he had moved, he mentioned the town. And I said, wow, I know that town. It's right in South Carolina, right where I'm looking. It's right where my son-in-law's parents live.
Right.
And I'm going to be looking in that area. But then I found out through talking to Al, no, he's at a different part on the other side of South Carolina.
In South Carolina, right, yeah.
I said, damn, we're not going to be neighbors after all. I was looking forward to...
No, you're going to be closer to my son.
Okay.
So, yeah, you're about 3 hours away when we discussed it.
Yeah.
But a lot of property out by him, really nice stuff.
Yeah.
But its area is booming like crazy. They're just about finished with the BMW battery plant.
Oh, right. Yes.
And the infrastructure is not ready for all the people that are going to live out there.
I know. But you know what?
Do something.
I've been talking about it on this show every time I go down, which has been fairly often. I see a new highway on or off ramp. There's new clover leaves. They're doing infrastructure like we only dream about up here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And then, of
Definitely.
course,
Yeah.
once the people move in, now there's new supermarkets. The Walmart comes in. There'll be a Harris Teeter coming in. And, you know,
Yeah, exactly.
and that's
If there's a supermarket called Lowe's.
Oh, haven't
If
seen
you
that.
get it, if you find one, go into it. It's amazing.
Right.
And of course, on our trip, we have to hit every Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
You know, we hit the Buc-ee's in Texas.
Right.
Right.
There is one, and that's what Vince was just telling me. You got to do the Buc-ee's off I-20.
Right.
I know
Nothing
it's
like
not-
seeing 150 gas pumps.
well, you want to go in
Yeah,
the,
right.
yeah,
Yes.
exactly. That's that's an attraction all into itself, and I have to get into that next time I go down.
Oh yeah, it's well, I can. There's videos on Facebook and stuff. People clowning around. And,
Sure.
I'm just going in for a $20 sandwich, and they come out with a shopping cart full of
Right.
I just spent $350. I can't believe it.
Right. Well, support the local economy. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's all.
But
wow, that's great news.
I do recommend this trip if you get a chance. I'll plug it again. 2 Lane America.
Okay.
Guy did a fantastic job, and it's not only for motorheads. My wife is nowhere near being a motorhead like me. And, we stopped at the Grand Canyon, and we stopped at Petrified Forest. We did a lot of stuff that would pique other people's interest.
Sure. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That's a smart way to do it. You kind of keep everybody equally happy. That's good.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
So just plan on pumping a lot of gas. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
The 300 gets 22 miles a gallon, even with the Hemi.
That's good. Yeah.
That's a bib.
On the highway, yeah. No.
Nice.
So.
Very good. All right, Al. Well, thank you for that, for the info. We appreciate
Thank you, Al.
about it. And
I should have, like I said, I should have researched it a little bit more, and I could give you all the names of the places we went to.
We'll look it up. I'll post. And you know what? Don't be a stranger. Call back and come back. Visit us on Thursday nights too. We're still doing Playing in Traffic.
Okay. Yeah, it's been quite crazy with the move.
Right. I know. I understand.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and you understand the garage situation too. I mean, you go from the garage mahal to a 20 by 24 little 2-car garage. It's rough.
Yeah, I get that.
Garage mahal.
I was thinking about buying a decommissioned service station, tell you the truth, and making that my garage.
Yes.
Like a 3-day
that was
shop.
when we were first looking at for houses, I found, but it was in the center of a city. I think it was St. Louis. It was an old firehouse.
Oh, yeah.
Now you're talking.
Sure.
The garage underneath and the living space upstairs, and the place was huge.
Oh yeah,
and it was built in the 20s, so it had all the nice, cool architectural. But
brick and
I'm not a city. Yeah, right. I'm not a city dweller.
No, I got you.
So, but
all right,
more ideas.
Yeah,
very good.
Very good, Al. Well, thank you for that talk, and we'll keep in touch.
Thanks, Al.
And thank you for letting me call in.
You got it, Al. Anytime.
You guys have fun.
All right.
Fantastic. Bye-bye.
Good luck. That's Jeep and Al, who was a regular with us on Thursdays for a while there, and it's good to hear from him.
Speaking of regular on Thursdays, Coach Isaac texted us at 203-670-4127 and said the wrong phone caller was the best caller of the day.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? We do have another one, so let's go back to the phones, go back to the front and say, hi, caller, you're on with the Motor Mouths.
Hello, Ray. Hello, Chris. How are you?
Jesus, what are you switching phones on us?
I did.
You did, yeah.
John, this phone sounds great.
It sounds great?
You sound clearer than when you're on your other phone.
Well, that was my home phone, which I usually use, but yeah, we all know how cell phones work.
Yes.
So but you guys sound good, and God bless Google Voice.
Yeah, right.
Actually talking to you through my computer.
Okay.
Okay. That explains the slight reverb. You're in a larger room.
Right. So what's up this week, Johnny?
Not too much. It's definitely a topless week. I
Yes,
think,
it is.
all the way through to next week.
I've been using mine. I got the top down. I am enjoying it, loving life, and absolutely in.
And I always say, John, I hope you're wearing something flimsy.
Yes, sir.
No, just a ball cap because I don't have a lot of insulation on the upper end anymore. I'm more aerodynamic these days.
I know. Yeah, I want.
We all are.
I want to get a plug-in. Johnny, you want to take a ride if you're into model cars? My good friend Jeff, he's a member of the Liars Club, which you would think that was like a fraternal order, but it's the Long Island Auto Replica Society, and they are doing their yearly show.
Right.
It's on November 8th. It'll be at the Freeport Rec Center, and it's model cars. So you go and you see the stuff that people build, and last year I found a replica of Chassis John's race car there. That a guy was doing like cars that he saw up at the local track. So that's something cool to take your
awesome.
car out to. So, yeah.
All good though. Would enjoy the day and glad you got your cat resolved.
Yes, and it is like I said, the efficiency is coming up. I'll be monitoring it, and keeping everybody in touch on what goes on with that. Because the takeaway really, which I didn't say before, is what I want to tell people. It's really not the right idea to skimp and try and save money. I know we all want to do it. We all sometimes need to do it. But in this case, it was impossible to do it because it would not fit. So now if that was in a shop and they had to kick it back, now it's levels and the car is laid up. Pony up the money and just make the repair. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, and sometimes the time you waste trying to save.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
you add up the hours that you spend to compensate for the money you're trying to save, it doesn't work out.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
You're right about that, John.
You do it yourself. It's one thing. I mean, I lost a day of fighting, which really was it was frustrating, but I wasn't paying somebody. It was on my own dime.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So you got to pay to play.
Well, enjoy the day. It is a spectacular topless day, but I'm delaying my cruise till after the show's over.
Okay, very good. And try not to leak too much antifreeze.
Yeah, I'm still. That's a work in progress, but it's definitely the water pump.
Oh, okay. All
right. Boy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's always fun.
It doesn't look that bad to do. I called a buddy of mine and still waiting to hear back from him. He goes, maybe Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
If he doesn't call me by Tuesday, it's going to be a garage project, driveway project.
Right.
Put in the garage, John. Don't do
that.
That's a job that you should have a roof over your head.
Give up my tool bench and
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Yeah, as I get older, I find more of those jobs in the garage.
My garage is just to store stuff.
I've been in that garage over 20 years. Believe me, I was not paying a lot of money for it. It was painfully cheap. That's why.
That's few and far between these days, buddy.
Yes.
That's why. That's why I'll never get another one like it. So, what are you gonna do? All right.
Anyhow.
All right, John.
This is my alter ego number.
Very good. I got it. I logged it, so we know where you are.
Well,
all right.
Thanks.
John, thanks for the call.
You got me logged. That's good.
All right.
Enjoy the day and the rides.
All right.
Yes, you too.
Talk to you soon.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. And you know what we can do?
What?
Well, I was going to flip right over to another call, but we'll see if they call back again. If not, we're winding down. Up now. They're
up there. That looks like something.
Let's try. Yes.
Hi.
Hello.
This is Liz.
Hi, Liz. How
Hi,
are you?
Liz.
Oh my God! I am just back from Point Lookout car show. I was so surprised not to see you there.
Well, that's because we're here. Someone's got to do the radio show.
Someone, right?
Yeah, but sometimes they record when they cannot be there. They record it in and
we like to do it live. We did I did the talk up for the show, so that was our bit. But
yeah.
So
it was very nice.
Very good. Glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the truck, because there were a lot of big trucks.
Oh yeah, I know. They had a whole giant truck thing there this year. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, But anyway, I had a great time. I was with, one of my doggies because I am into boarding dog, and he was the star of the show. He's a Sheepadoodle,
Oh wow!
And most of the cars were Mustangs, so I was happy with that.
Okay. Yeah, there had to be. I'm sure there's a bunch of Corvettes and other stuff too, but that's good. It was a beautiful day for it. Good day for the show.
Yes, absolutely. But you would have been great to see you there.
Yeah. Well, we'll catch up to you another time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always.
Okay.
Keep that element running, Liz.
Oh yes, 187,000 miles. No problem, stick shift, and how can I say? Don't start with me with the electric car, and
right.
And
No.
I'm very happy with my car, and maybe I will put it on a car show sometime.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why not?
Shine it up. Put it in there.
Why not?
Yeah, I think I will do that.
Sure.
So anyway. So that's my story, and I bless my car every day because she's amazing.
That's your story, and stick
thank
to
you.
it. Okay, Liz. Good hearing from you.
Thanks, Liz.
Thank you. Keep the good show.
You got it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Liz. Bye-bye.
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 The chance of us seeing her at that car show would have been like nil. How many people are there? That place
It's
is
big.
huge. Yeah.
Yes, that's a big show. Hey, before we wrap up, I want to throw something out to you. I actually am a little bent out of shape. There's some people that really do not know how to conduct business nowadays, especially on Facebook Marketplace. And I for some reason have lost the cargo cover to the tracker. I've lost it. I don't know where it went. I think I put it in a secure spot. I don't know. It could have slid off the roof when I went and drove to go get a quart of milk. I have no clue. But I went to go price another one. And there was an individual, I think it was a woman, but there was an individual on Facebook Marketplace that had a tracker that was asking about selling parts off it because it no longer ran. So I said, okay, let me see what she wants for the cargo cover if she has it. So of course we have an exchange via textbook messenger. And I said, do you have it? She did. And then I said, well, how much do you want for it? I'm thinking 20, 30, 40 bucks, whatever it is, right? She goes, let me do my research.
Oh boy, here we go.
That's a bad sign right there.
Yep,
She
yep,
comes back to me in a couple of days and says, well, it retails for 200. How about you give me 125?
And how old is it now? It's like right. And
I'm
what
like,
shape is it in now?
Exactly.
Is
She
it
says,
like
"Oh, it
new?
needs a good cleaning. How about 125?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh, what a wonderful price. Thank you so much for chopping it down $75." I'm like, "Lady, are you out of your mind? What do you think I'm gonna like? You really are gonna get like a college semester out of this thing?
Right.
Really? You think you're gonna get rich quick off a stupid cargo cover? It's made out of plastic and little plastic clips." I'm like, no, thanks, lady.
Good for you.
I hope you
Good.
sell it to some other fool.
Good luck. Yeah. That's crazy.
So yes,
I know, but you know what? I'm going to be listing parts now. I'm going to do some stuff on eBay and probably Craigslist, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll have my own horror stories, I'm sure.
I'm looking forward to those.
I may be too peeved to even talk about it. Who knows? That may be where it goes. But,
dealing with the public, it's a lot of fun.
So stay tuned. Stay on this channel, which I know you will, to listen to Thunder Road. Kim will do Best of Springsteen in the Band, which I know our listeners like her show better than ours. They've told us so. And we'll be back next week. Actually, next week we should have Mr. Carl Anthony.
Ooh.
He hasn't been on in a while. He's got some news to tell us about. We'll break that next week. So, Chris, what do I tell the people waiting for me out by my topless convertible out there?
Don't follow us home unless you got a place to put Ray's stuff.
Yeah, then I'll follow you to your garage. All right, so Chris Switzer, Ray Guarino will be back next week on Motormouth Radio, 90.3 WHPC. See ya.
See you, bye.